All right, good morning, everybody. Let's try this again. We're going to try this again. How is everybody doing this morning? Good morning, good morning. Happy Friday. If you are here, jump on and say hello. I'm going to take a minute here, see who jumps on, and then we will get started. Yeah, it's Friday. It's time for that HMG Weekly Wrap Up. And if you jump on, say hello. Let me see. Oh, nope, don't want to do that. Hopefully we're still on here. Yep. Okay, we're still on. That's good. Just checking out the details. Going to get some more people. Trying to invite some people in. If you are on here, say hello. And then we're going to get started here in just a second. We got a lot to cover today. And I'm excited about it. It's end of October already. This year's almost over with. It's Halloween is upon us, and yeah, it's been a crazy week this week. But I hope everybody's had a good week. It's hoodie weather. It's kind of my favorite. It's probably one of my favorite times of the year is fall because you get to wear your hoodies. So I'm gonna get started, and hopefully we get some more people to jump on here. It is Red Friday. Remember, everyone deployed. Love our brothers and sisters in arms that are in service. So thank you all. Need to give a shout out to Salute National Honor Society, the Walden University chapter. Tonight they recognize and honor the achievement of veteran student members, and I've been blessed enough. They've asked me to give a few words tonight, so I'm looking forward to that. So that's going to be pretty cool. Also, October, and this is something I have not brought up yet this month. However, I'm going to bring it up now, and I have you can't see on the old computer in the back here, but there is a pink ribbon right there on the computer. And October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and I don't think we've seen much of it this year, but it's important to bring up. So I want to remember all of those. I've had a few loved ones, but I have that ribbon on that computer there for my grandma. So much love, hugs to everybody who has gone through that or has lost a loved one to breast cancer. What else? One of the things I want to talk about this week before we jump into the shows is, are you self-sufficient? What are you doing to be self-sufficient? Meaning, and this is a question that I want everybody, if leave a comment below. Are you do you grow your own vegetables? Do you buy from like local ranchers or local farmers in your area, or do you get all of your food and stuff from the store? And again, this is no joke. This is a legit question. I'm curious to see how many people can survive without having to like go to the store or anything like that. Tanya, good morning. Thank you for jumping on. I thought I was going to be a loner this morning, so thank you for jumping on. I appreciate you. But how many of you out there grow your own food? Like I have a one of these tree gardens. If you go to heroesgarden.com, you can see what I'm talking about. I can grow 32 different types of plants at the same time, and I can grow stuff year round. I have a pepper plant that's actually I got to get rid of it this weekend because It's crazy how much pepper. I've got like 100 peppers I got to pick just this weekend. Um, I got mint, I got sage, three different types of lettuces that are growing right now. I just had some tomatoes come in, and it's October. Uh, and I can grow this stuff year round. So I'm curious. Hey, good morning, Christina. I'm curious to see who out there like grows their own food. And then I'm also curious to like how many people out there have bought from like a local farmer, and whether it was a cow or a hog, and had it butchered, and have done things that way. Um, I'm really curious to see. I just did a half a cow with my brother back in Wisconsin, and we're having that processed and everything like that to a local farmer in our area up there. And I'm just so anyway. I'm just curious to see how many people do that. How many people um, grow their own foods or purchase from local farmers. Tanya Hunt, yep, great point, Tanya. Um, how many people hunt or fish for that matter? I hunt and fish. I'm getting ready for my annual trip up to Wisconsin next month. I'm looking forward to that. Carry On Podcast, good morning. Thank you for jumping on. Um, what are you guys doing now? Or how many of you can hunt, fish, or grow your own food and be ready? Because you see, like, and I bring this up because you see inflation prices, and there's a shortage, starting to be a shortage on um, stuff in the stores and stuff like that. And everything just seems like very high priced. I went and I saw that, bacon was up 30%. Um, Beef and some other things were up, and the inflation prices are just crazy right now. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Am I crazy? That's not a question. I'm at like maybe I'm crazy to think that all of this stuff is just that the prices are getting too high. So anyway, with that being said, I'm putting that out there because I want to see what you guys are doing right now, and maybe this is the topic that we can expand on for future conversations, or maybe I just do a side show on this and 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 discuss this because I'm really curious to what other people are doing out there to be more self-sufficient and not rely on like the grocery stores or stuff like that. So anyway, I'm really curious to see what you guys are doing. Let me get caught up on the here. Tanya, absolutely, yeah, I agree. Wise to be self-sufficient. Tina, what do we got here? Gross tomatoes, cucumber, peppers in the summer. Yeah, Christina makes a good point. So you grow tomatoes, cucumbers. I'm trying to grow those peppers in the summer, and so you guys do that outside, right? So like, I know back home there, and Christina's up in Wisconsin, like you farming traditionally in the ground and stuff. You have stuff that you can do, and like you know, there's a season for that stuff and whatnot. I'm fortunate enough that I'm growing all my stuff indoors with LED lights on a hydroponic kind of system. And if that's something that anybody's interested in, let me know. I absolutely love the fact that I can grow this stuff year round. So I can have lettuce year round, fresh, peppers year round, fresh, uh, cucumbers. I've not gotten that. I ruined the last plant I tried to do on cucumbers, but the point is like we have to start thinking, and we have to start getting in that mindset. Like these are all good trades to have. Plus, it saves you money. I just realized and learned, buying from we bought a half a cow. We bought beef from a local farmer. How much money I'm going to save next year once we process that meat and put it in the freezer compared to what we spent this year on meats and stuff. We hunt, and a lot of that lasts us throughout the year and stuff as well. So I guess I'm saying all this because it saves you some money. You can spread that around, but I think this is all a good topic to discuss and talk about. So I'm open to hear more about what you guys are doing. Let's see here, pumpkins. So, all right. Hey, with that being said, appreciate you guys jumping on. Let's get started with what the shows have done this week. Excuse me. I'm going to start with the Arms Room show this week. Real quick. This week, the Arms Room had Fran and Jade from Special Strong on the show talking about physical fitness for the physically and mentally challenged. This was a great episode and just absolutely amazing. Learned a lot from it. Check it out. That's this week's The Arms Room Show. They do a new, their episodes drop every Monday at 2 p.m. Arizona time. That's Mountain Standard Time on Monday. So every Monday, it's a great way to start your week off. Or if you're very just starting your week, if you're out here on the East Coast, it's about 5 o'clock our time. So on your way home from work, you can tap in to the Arms Room every Monday. So check that out. Next up, we got the boys over at Not Your Average Operator. This this week, belief. Is it the truth or a perception? Mike, a perception, right? Sandy, good morning. Good to have you on here this morning. Appreciate you jumping on. So yeah, this week the guys, the truth is it truth or a perception? What your belief is. I started off with a quote this week. Have you ever noticed that people that drive slower than you are idiots, and those who drive faster than you are maniacs? And that's a quote from the great comedian George Carlin. And think about that for a second. Is it true, or do we always think that we're right and everyone else is in a degree of wrong, or is it a place where we find comfort to avoid self-correction? That's such a great question. Is there something there that makes us do this, and does this help formulate how we perceive the rest of the world? These are, I'm telling you, this is great questions, and they think it absolutely does. It does. This week it was Melon and Mike, and Raph was recovering from a well-deserved night out from a professional achievement that Raph has done, and absolutely love Raph. Congratulations to you, brother. We're all proud of you here. So good job in that. One of the other things that that Mike and Melon talk about this week is the show themselves. They're on episode 68. They started with the network last summer, and they've done a great job. One of the things that you guys, the viewers, the listeners, and everybody here part of the network, if you haven't checked out Not Your Average Operator, go check them out. You can find them on Apple Podcasts, as well as the HMG show. But if you listen to a lot of podcasts on Apple, go to Apple Podcasts and go to Not Your Average Operator. Give them a rating. Give them a 5-star rating for us. Write a review on Apple if you would, and then follow them. If you're not following them, you should be. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram. They got a lot of good things that we're planning for 2022, so check that out. That's this week's Not Your Average Operator. All right. Next up, we got Time to Shine today with our buddy Fergie down in Florida. Scott Ferguson, host of Time to Shine today. He brings on 2 guests this week. Leslie Rasmussen is a author of After Happily Ever After. She graduated from UCLA and went on to write television comedies for many years. And 2 takeaways from this particular episode was continue to be happy with who you are and stay authentic. Great advice right there. And then when starting to write a book, know your why. It'll help get your message across. And that's such sound advice right there. I think when writing a book, and I've attempted to several times, you got to know your why. And sometimes your why changes or whatnot, but know your why, get started, and move forward with it. So that was a great episode there. His second episode this week was with this amazing 20-year-old by the name of Jake. He's a runner, part-time barback, and he's a full-time hustler. He's the host of the Plot podcast. This young man here has found his passion to help others at 20 years old. Listen, I listened to this episode really early this morning, and having a 20-year-old say the things that he has said on this episode gives me a lot of hope for our future. Just an incredible young man. My hat's off to you, Jake, and Fergie. Good job to you on this episode. So check that out this week's Time to Shine Today. Hey, Tara, good morning. How are you? Appreciate you being on. Yeah, I somehow this became a fixture of this show. I don't know. I'm glad you're here. Thanks, Tara, for jumping on. All right, next up, we got MSEC podcast from our friends over at the Military Child Education Coalition. And this week they have a special guest, Chance, who is a national certified high school counselor, has a candid conversation about today's teenagers and how, as parents, we need to find a way in so we can build conversations around emotional health and the importance of real friends. Chance is a 14 years experience in education setting. He's worked as a high school math teacher, a business teacher, and for the past 5 years, he has worked as a high school counselor. While in his role as school counselor, Chance has served as the sponsor for the student-to-student program at Leeville High School. Chance has worked side by side with military transition consultants, military family life counselors, and have served on a range of committees aimed in bettering the overall experience military dependents have as they transition from high school to high school. And a lot of us, or a lot of you out there that have that are in the military that have kids, knows what we're talking about. It talks about creating a sense of belongingness, 100% acceptance, and an overall sense of community has been primary objectives that have driven Chance's 14-year career in education. He earned a master's degree in counseling with an emphasis on school counseling. He is a nationally certified counselor and is a certified K-12 counselor in Louisiana and Texas. Check that out. This was a really good episode from the MSEC podcast. And again, if you are active duty, doesn't matter what branch, if you are active duty, if you're in the Guard, Reserve, or a veteran, and you have kids that are still in grade school, go check out Military Child Education Coalition, militarychild.org. They have just a ton of resources for you. Let's see here. Chris, good morning, brother. Coffee's good. Really good book. I saw it. Love you, bro. Appreciate you. All right. Let's see here. Next up, we got, it was kind of a short week with shows this week, believe it or not. Ubaldi Reports. Ubaldi Reports, go check them out on their Facebook page. They're starting to do lives a couple times a week over on their Facebook page. Go check it out. That's the Ubaldi Reports. We also have We Got Your 6 at 6 with the People's Patriot Project every Sunday night, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Check them out. People's Patriot Project, Patriot Pride. I'm going to say it before Mark jumps on here later today and says it. So check them out. They're always doing good stuff. The Decision Hour with yours truly and my buddy John from Super Savage. I'm going to post this one later today, so this one's going to be a little bit later. It won't be in the feed this morning. But the Decision Hour, we have done for the last, couple months now. We did a series called Let's Have a Conversation. And I'm calling it right now. We're gonna end that series this week, and we're titling this one called Being Civil. And if you haven't listened to any of the Decision Hours show. Go check it out, The Decision Hour, and then specifically listen to the last 7-8 episodes of the Let's Have a Conversation series. And it's been talking a lot about what's been going on in the world today, and we have to make that decision to get involved, and we have to make that decision to sit down and have tough conversations with our friends that we may not necessarily agree with on certain things, and that's okay. In doing this series, it's opened the doors to have a lot of conversations with friends that I haven't talked to in years, that we don't share the same political views or the same beliefs on something, and we've been able to sit down via Skype or Zoom or whatever, and have these conversations, and we've been civil to each other, and we don't see that a lot in the mainstream media. And I've said it before, I'm going to say it again, there's a lot of trash and garbage, and we got to kind of weed that out. Mainstream media focuses on the far left, or they focus on the far right, and they forget about a lot of us, like I would say the 90% that are in the middle, that they don't necessarily share the same views. But if you look at the people in the middle, there's not a lot that's separating the two. And more importantly, this group here can be civil to each other, and it's us here in the middle that are going to make that change. So I encourage y'all to listen to that, The Decision Hour. Listen to the Let's Have a Conversation series, and let me know what you think. That's it as far as the shows go. Does anybody have anything? I want to thank our sponsors real quick. HMG Beverage, we got a lot going on over there. If you've ordered coffee with us in the last week, we're going through a little bit of a change, so the orders are going to be back ordered about 2 weeks until we can get our new roasting stuff up and going. So HMG Beverage, if you're in the Tennessee area, go down to Short Mountain Distillery. They're one of our sponsors. They also sell our spirit line. We have the gin and the straight bourbon whiskey, and we just got our bourbon blend approved, so we're hoping to have that in the next probably 2 weeks. I just got to get the labels done, I'll be honest with you. It's falling on me at this point. So, HMG Beverage, thank you. Short Mountain Distillery, love you. Go check them out. If you're in Tennessee, go check them out this weekend. Simper Savage, best salad dressing and marinades on the market. Go check them out. Attica Systems, Digital Trigger, heroesgarden.com. Listen, we talked a little bit about being self-sufficient at the beginning of the show. If you're looking for a great Christmas idea as well, go check out Heroes Garden and be self-sufficient. It's great. There's several other people that have them. Maybe they'll jump on and say something about it. My Tax Fella. Tax season's right around the corner. If you're a small business owner and you need help with your books or your taxes, go hit up my boy Anthony at My Tax Fella and check them out over there. 2A Republic as well. Another great stocking stuffer idea. Not that I'm talking about Christmas, because I just had this conversation this morning at the VA. But it is a great stocking stuffer idea. 2A Republic, go to 2arepublic.com and buy a shirt. Use promo code HMG. You get 10% off every purchase. So, what else? Heroes Garden. I'll send you the link, Carry On. Let me see here. What else? This episode this week is... this week for the Decision Hour is being civil. Scheller was last week. So I'll wait a minute here, see if anybody's got anything else. Garden in German. I got it. Haha. Listen, share this out. If you guys, real quick, Tanya, thank you for bringing this up. Bow Tie Friday, real quick. What do you guys think? Here's a question. What do you guys think about different bow ties throughout the year? What do you think? You want the red, white, and blue bow tie every week? Or should we switch it up a little bit going into the holidays are going into 2022. What do you guys, I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys think about the bow ties? Because you guys are always busting my chops if I don't have the bow tie on. So, Tanya, what does yes mean? What, you be specific. Yes. Yes, what? You want me to switch it up? Let me know what you think. And if you guys want me to switch it up, give me some ideas. Let me know what you guys think we should do for bow tie, bow tie Friday. You guys kill me. Listen, I love you guys a lot. Let's see. You should brand them and sell it. That's actually a really good, that's actually a really good idea. Maybe do like an HMG bow tie with our logo or something, right? So, Merry Christmas. Yeah, listen. All right, listen, guys. I love you guys so much. Share this. Think about what you guys want me to talk about next week. Okay, next week we're in November. Um, I want to get you guys more involved as we're kind of ending this year, and I really would love for you guys to get more involved in 2022. We got to start thinking about 2022. That's right around the corner. Okay, so God bless you. God bless America. I'll see you guys next week.